Canada. What just happened? What just happened? If you're just tuning in now and you haven't been able to catch the World Juniors yet, Canada just lost to America. The undefeated Canadians, who have yet to trail in a game throughout the entire junior tournament, has been stated to be perhaps one of the best Canadian teams on paper. I can't even express to you how many first round picks are on this team. Got beat, not just beat, got shut out by the Americans. Now, I'm not saying the Americans don't have an amazing team. They do. They have a lot of first round picks as well. They are strong. But they've lost. They lost to Russia. You know who beat Russia? Honestly, the Americans deserve that game. I've been watching, some of the after interviews. I've been watching some of the sports channels, and they're saying, "Oh, I feel really bad for Canada," and so on and so forth. And I don't. I'm a Canadian, but I'm also, I'm a Canadian. But as a Canadian, you're a hockey player before you're anything else. And what I watched tonight was not the type of hockey that I would feel bad that you lost. It was the type of hockey that you expect that team to lose, especially in a gold medal game. Honestly, when they had the puck, when the Americans had the puck, and this is before any goals, it's still 0-0. We're in the first period, and they're passing around the puck. I had to keep reminding myself that they're not on a power play. Like, we are not an even. This is an even 5-on-5. And we're not even trying to get the puck. Like, we're playing house defense. We're playing zone coverage in our end. They had the puck in there for a minute. A good hockey shift is 30 seconds. And they had the puck in there for a minute. It got so bad at one point that the Americans had one player on the ice, okay? He was behind our net in our end with the puck, holding it, waiting for his team to get fresh legs on the ice. They were doing a shift change. Canadians had 5 players on the ice. They are not doing a shift change, and not one single one of them went outside of the house zone to attack that guy. Yeah, they're gonna score, okay? There's no question about it. When the American team is playing end-to-end hockey, and Canada's not even playing a single end of hockey, you're gonna lose, okay? Now, I don't know if you're a big hockey fan, if you've been watching it for a while, if you're brand new. I will give you an insider tip. If you know, this is how you know that the game is not going to go well. Unless there's some trash goals and some good bounces, this is how you know the game is not about to go well for you. When you can't set up a breakout out of your own end successfully, period, the game's over. Dog, you can't get the puck from the goal line to the red line successfully. Like, possession-wise, having the puck the whole time, getting it from your defenseman who's sitting there on the boards, passing it up the boards to their wingman shooting it out to your left or your center, your right wing, wherever you're breaking out. When you cannot have one single successful breakout, you're about to lose a hockey game, okay? So, you can't break out. You're not actually putting any pressure on them to the point where it's 1 versus 5 and he's Gucci. Like, he doesn't have to do anything. He doesn't have to try that hard. He literally just has to stand with their puck, and you're not going to attack him. Then yeah, they're gonna win, okay? And then you add in that third factor that America played hockey. They played end to end. They made sure they forechecked, they backchecked, they put in that second effort. They literally outplayed Canada for the first period and a half of hockey. And then I guess Canada woke up and was like, hey, we should play hockey. So they started actually getting the puck. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but like literally, I don't know what the percentage of possession was, but it was dominated. Like, the shots on goal do not reflect what game we just watched. What we just watched was America play, and Canada just be like, hey, what's up? Do you guys need a drink? Do you need anything? Do you need a pizza? I'll go out, check out. Right now I'm checked out. I'll go do that. You seem like you're busy doing something important. You know what I mean? Like, it just didn't seem like it was going anywhere. So we finally decided to play hockey. So we have the puck in their net, in their end, sorry, not in their net ever, not once. Spoiler alert. We have the puck, and now we're shooting, but we're not shooting at the net. And this is my biggest problem with, like, the post-exit interviews and the TSN and Sportsnet recaps. They talk about how we got in there in the end. And again, the shots on net will reflect that it's fairly even. But I just don't look at it that way, because first of all, America was dominating the whole game, and then second of all, we didn't even put the shots on the net. So even when we were in their end, sorry, I'm blanking right now on the American goalie. He made 35 saves and let 0 in. That's amazing, okay? Levi, our goalie, made 19 saves. He let 2 in. Obviously, that percentage is not that great. Yes, 35 saves, boom. But when the shots are trash, I mean, the only shots that weren't right at his pads didn't go on net. Except for the one shot in the second period that he has an open net after he beats the goalie, and then he shoots it in a ding right off the fucking goalpost. Like, that was the closest. When you're watching TSN highlights, and the best highlights from the game are when you almost made it to the net. It ain't a good game, dog. It ain't a good game. Now, another thing I just want to say is a lot of people say, oh, they weren't game tested. They didn't go through adversity. And it seemed to, like, get very general, or people just kept saying adversity. And then they asked Cousins about it post-game, and Cousins like, well, we went through adversity because of COVID. Yeah, I mean, Cousins, I'm going through adversity because of COVID. The Russians are going... You want to talk about somebody who's going through adversity with COVID? Germany had 14 skaters to start this tournament. I'm pretty sure their assistant coach played net for, like, half a period. They just, like, you know, he's 50, but he kind of looks young, and they just tossed him in, okay? Spending 14 days together in Red Deer in a hotel is not adversity, okay? It's your one opportunity to gain a bond with a team that is different than any other junior team. And so, before we come into this game, we're talking about, if Canada wins, is this the best Canadian team in World Juniors ever? And they lost 2-0. They didn't find the net once. They did not find the net once. I can't even tell you a good play. There was one play where we had a breakaway. We didn't shoot it at the net, I don't think, but we almost did. So, I don't know. I guess everyone else is, you know, kind of taking in consideration all the other games that they played in this tournament, and respect Canada. You won every other single game. You were never down. But I'm sorry, I'm a true sports fan, and that's not a good team. Like, that is untested. That is, you want to talk about adversity? You can have adversity like, I went to the hospital, or I lost a family member. That's personal adversity, and that's absolutely valid. But you want to talk about a sports team adversity? That is when you have gone from the valleys to the mountains, and literally you went from a hill to a bigger hill and then slid down to the motherfucking valley, okay, dog? I have nothing to say. I didn't usually, like, I feel heartbreak because, you know, I obviously want Canada to win, but if you're not going to play good hockey, I don't want you to win. I don't want you to win if you're not going to play good hockey. If you're going to let a guy stand behind your net, 5 of you stand behind your net. Listen, I was talking about the Swedes the other day, and, like, that wraparound where the defenseman screwed off and went to the other side, where I was like, the biggest no-no ever, and, like, took his eyes off the player with the puck, like, eh. And I was like, they beat themselves. And I'm not going to lie to you, Canada, you beat yourself. Facts. Facts, facts, facts. And the way America celebrated is like America played. They were just thankful to be there. And the way that I wouldn't say celebrated, the way that we handled our loss is exactly how we played. We cried. There were tears in our eyes. If only this, if only that. If only you'd played end-to-end hockey for 100% of the game. Now I understand we're humans and we all make mistakes. But if you make mistakes for 3 periods after being an undefeated team with one of the best records that have ever happened in junior, that's on you, and that's something you need to correct. So I don't got the soft words for you. You can listen to Sportsnet, TSN, your coaches. I don't know, whoever wants to give you hugs and kisses, they can do that. I saw a few condolences on Facebook. That's just not me, because you didn't play good hockey. If you play good hockey and there was a bad bounce or some trash goals or some bad penalties, let's talk, dog. I got a problem with that. When you don't even come into the game playing 100%, nah. Those 18-year-olds are about to party hard in America. Congratulations to the first female who's on the coaching staff of the Americans to be given a gold medal. Gang, all about that. And maybe next year, Canada, bring a freaking team, dog. Like an end-to-end team. The difference between good and great, like the difference between good players and great players, are great players turn it on when they need to. That's a Michael Jordan. That's a Gretzky. That's a Kobe. That's a Tiger. Dog, anybody else who can just turn it on when the team's easy to beat is sad. And I'm sorry, I wanted to leave on a good note with the girl coach, but I will say this. My dad said to me, 2 days ago, he said, I'm really worried about Canada. And I'm like, why? He's like, they've never been down, and I don't know if they can come back up. He said, if they go down a couple goals, I don't know if they can win. We know the answer to that now. Anyway, Canada, I love you. Honestly, I feel bad for getting at you, but that's just how it is. I'm not good enough to play in the junior male team, so just get that out of the way right now. I want to thank all the boys that have played. I can't wait to see you in the league. The only other silver lining that I'll say is that most of the American players are actually signed by the Canadian teams. So we get to actually watch the Americans. Due to the pandemic, we have a whole Canadian league. So we'll be seeing a lot of Americans, and it'll be interesting to watch them. They're very good players on that team. I'm excited for it. Yeah, I can't say anything, Canada. Like, get your shit together, dog. Damn.